Welcome everyone. Welcome to the channel. Blind Intelligence. I'm your host, Foresight. This is where the rules, rights, and the responsibilities put you back in control. Yeah, we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this thing that it's called loan flipping. It's called loan flipping. Do you know what loan flipping is? Do you? Well, I mean, at first I didn't. I had to, do some research about it. And mainly they loan flip dealing with mortgages. But nowadays, because they started doing it was like in the 90s and in the early 2000s, and this loan flipping thing is where they get you to refinance every so often. First of all, before I go into it, I want to just put out a disclaimer that this is not legal advice. I don't offer legal advice. This is not financial advice. I don't offer financial advice. If you would like legal advice and financial advice, I suggest you find yourself a competent professional. And by all means, please be advised. What I'm about to say here is strictly for education and information purposes only. The views and opinions of me, the host, Foresight, does not reflect the views and opinions of any platform that hosts Blind Intelligence. So, but anyway, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about this loan flipping thing. I mean, like I said, I had to really look that up because I'm like, damn, they could be loan flipping with personal loans. I didn't see that before. All right, but here, okay, now the main thing what they do is they try to get you to refinance every so often. But I'm just going to deal with the mortgages for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because this can apply to the personal loans. And I done seen them try to do it in personal loans. What they do is they say, well, you got all this equity in your house built up. When they tell you, they say, well, why don't you go ahead and refinance? Refinance. And you say, well, all right, sure, no problem. Is that going to lower? They say, well, yeah, we'll lower your monthly payments. And let's say your monthly payments is something like maybe let's just throw out a number like $900 a month. Let's say it's right at $900 a month, and you're trying to lower your monthly fee, your monthly payments. So you say, all right, let's go with it. Then you go through the process of getting refinanced and everything. But needless to say, you don't know. You got all these fees, points, and closing costs, right? You got fees, points, and closing costs. All that's going to be tacked into your refinancing. And what does it say in Taylor? What is the definition of a finance charge? That's the sum of all charges. That means you're going to have to pay on the back end once it's all said and done. And then they're gonna restart you with a 30-year deal. You just ate up your equity in your house. Whack. But that's how they get you. And then they say, well, the next year come around, or two, whatever it is. They said, well, hey, Mr. Hey, Mr. John Doe, Miss Jane Doe, would you come on and get a refinance? You look like you qualify because you're paying it on time. Then you paying this it was $900 at first. Then you get it refinanced what is it like? $880. Like, oh wow, like that's a big step up. Or you get something like $800. That's $100 more less. Yeah. But in the meantime, they just stacking fees, and stacking. Uh, all this stuff goes right into your closing costs. Your closing costs, all that stuff goes into the finance charge. You're constantly stacking it crap. So what do? See? And see, that's how I say it. They do that crap with personal loans. They can see you just about to pay off the loan, right? You could be, let's say you pay, okay, because it's like, I think it's like 3 years, but they give you like a certain period of time. And let's say they give you a certain period of time to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the promissory note, it's anything over 6 months is going to be a security anyway. You're going to securitize your promissory note. So, but anyway, let's just say, for example, they give you 2 years to pay it off. I'll give you an example. They give you, and your amortization is set for 2 years, right? Okay, cool. So by the time you get down to, it's almost, you got 6 months to pay it off. They're gonna give you your phone gonna blow, and they're gonna say, "Hey, what's up? Ready to come down here and get another loan?" I'm not finished paying off the loan I got. Oh, don't worry about it. I said, don't worry about it. The new loan it'll absorb it. You don't know what the hell that means. You don't know what it means. What does that mean? It's gonna absorb it. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, they do that mess. They say, all right, cool. We go down there, boom, boom, boom. You get qualified. Remind you. Finance charge is the sum of all charges. They still gonna have closing costs. They're gonna have fees just like the mortgage, just like getting a car. They're gonna have all that stuff. And here now you gonna get, let's say, you done paid down a $3,000 loan. Now you want to get another. They approve you for $5,000. Mind you, you don't know. They done tacked on that other fee. Now your mortgage. Now your thing is like, now your note might be smaller. You might have been paying. You may have been paying. I just guess this. I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say you might have been paying like $350 a month. Now your bill is like down to like maybe like $250 a month. But at the same time, even though that's $100 different, but your terms are still, you done started your term clock all over again. See? But they made their bread. And they still gonna make their bread due to the amortization. Because you know they tacking on interest. Not interest, but you know that all that's in the finance charge. Come on, man. Yo, I'm telling you, this is what they doing. This is what they doing. You refinance. And you not understanding. Them fees, you ain't getting nothing, but you're not getting nothing for it. You're not getting no benefit for it unless you got a business. Like if you use that money, if you use that money intelligently, and you open up your business and you pay that thing off in one whack, oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna act like they're happy, but they're gonna be mad. You know why? Because they ain't in business. They can't do business. See, because if you pay it off early, see, a lot of that interest that interest go away. See, if you pay it off early. See, but they can't tell you not to pay it off early because it's gonna really look like it's gonna make them look bad. See, because that's the first thing you're gonna ask when you go into a dealership go to a mortgage broker or you go to one of the finance companies, get personal loan. You're gonna ask, yo, what kind of penalties am I gonna get if I pay this thing off early? Because because you got a plan. Your plan is to pay this thing off early, right? Okay, so they tell you no, you know they out to make bread, so you ain't gonna do, you ain't gonna do no business with them, right? Right? You're not gonna do no business with them because if you can't pay this loan off early, because you got things to do, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you a 36 month amortization schedule. Nah, I'm not finna do that. I ain't finna do no 3 years. You say, okay, yeah, but okay, so what is the okay, so is there any penalty for paying off? Nah, all right, cool. Shit, you got it paid off for 6 months. You got that thing paid off for 6 months. Now what? So now they looking ugly. Why? Because they can't make no bread. Because you didn't pay it off. Principal only. Boom. It's off. Because you had a plan anyway from the door. You just gonna get that little $5,000, open up your joint, flip that five, work that five, flip it, make that five back. You know what I'm saying? And then pay them, give them that bread back and get on down. See, they can't make no bread. See, they may not want to do business with you no more. Damn, how the hell you pay this shit off so fast? How you pay this money off so fast? This is crazy. Excuse my French. But that's what they're thinking. They're thinking like that. Like, dang, how you pay it off so fast? They don't want you to do it. So just be mindful. Please be mindful of this predatory lending. It's predatory. This crap is predatory. You know, I got a guy. We got a guy down here. Right here. Here in Mississippi, and this guy comes on the airwaves all the time, and he has this dealership here. I don't know the name of it, whatever. But he said, y'all come on down and this whatever. And he said, I put dreams in driveways, and I'm just doing a deal. And the smart thing about that guy is very good, and he's a real salesman. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not offering, he ain't doing no predatory lending. He's not like, yo, we're gonna give you these no money down. You come here and this, that, that. Man, he ain't doing none of that. He's straight up trying to, do business right. You know what I'm saying? And that's, and I ain't seen that in a long time. Because he got it right. He understands Taylor. He understands his advertisement. He understands the law. You see? All dealerships aren't shiesty. That guy's not shiesty. You see? Not endorsing him or nothing like that. It's just something that I just thought about. You know what I'm saying? That guy, I have not seen anything in his commercials where he would say something predatory. You know what I'm saying? To get you to come down there. You know what I'm saying? Well, he does have this advertisement. Something about bringing your vehicle in or whatever the case may be. But, but it's, he's not doing. I don't think he's not doing a predatory lending. For what I can review on his commercials. But everybody's not, shiesty. You know what I'm saying? You got some of them shiesty, slick son of a guns out there that they just, they just tell you, you want to pay a down payment. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not customary, that's predatory. It's got to be customary in that particular fee. If you pay, if you charge $500, $500 down, it needs to be $500 down for everybody, not for ones that got, got 700 to 800 credit scores. It should be just to get you down there, and then they tell you something different. Which what I'm saying. So some of that stuff isn't illegal, but it ain't ethical either. I mean, just because it's not illegal, that don't mean it's ethical, right? You pull me down here, you tell me You say this and then you tell me it's some bottom line deal. Come on, bro. That's not illegal, but it ain't ethical either. So, but yeah, but anyway, but yeah, that's something that I wanted to, kind of discuss about, what I'm saying, this, this part of this predatory lending stuff, this loan flipping, and just be mindful. Look at all, watch for all the signs. You know, don't believe anything I say. Go do your due diligence and um, find out for yourself. Do more research on loan flipping, and you're gonna find what I'm saying to you is 100%. And you might find even more information than I just put out. But the good thing about it, you found the information. Good for you. I'm your host, Foresight, and this is Blind Intelligence. Like, share, and subscribe. Smash it up, and share this video if you find this video to be enlightening and educational. Until next time, you be safe.